Welcome to How to Rock Spirit's Sun Moon Alchemy series. This audio was compiled and recorded by Dustin Cormier, a Leo Ascendant Scorpio with Sagittarius Moon, born in the year of the Metal Ram. All the possible Western Sun and Moon sign combinations can be found and learned about here. This information is for educational purposes only. I do not own any of the following content. For more astrology lectures and my own Cosmic Consciousness audio lecture series, check out How to Rock Spirit's YouTube channel, where I rap about everything from philosophy and transpersonal psychology, to psychedelic spirituality, to tantric and occult mysticism, and even to Marx and Engels and the materialist sciences. See you there! Sun in an air sign. Basically motivated by intellectual concepts and social ideals. Recharges energy through social involvement and intellectual stimulation. Sun in Gemini. Creative energy directed toward perception, acquiring facts, asking questions, and toward finding connections between ideas. Needs to express self verbally and to receive recognition for intellectual abilities. Radiates changeable, talkative, mental energy. Free connection of ideas and a wide variety of social contacts are necessary for full self-expression. Sustained effort in one area is difficult to maintain due to a wide variety of interests. The moon sign and its element. These notes are also still from Stephen Arroyo's Chart Interpretation Handbook. The element of the moon's sign represents an attunement from the past that manifests automatically, a mode of feeling and being that one needs to be aware of in order to feel inwardly secure and at home with oneself. This element and experiences related to it feed your need to feel right about yourself. This element and experiences related to it feed your need to feel right about yourself. By such modes of self-expression, you are satisfying a deep inner need that can give stability to your entire personality. The moon's element also shows how you react instinctively to all experiences, with what energy you spontaneously adjust yourself to the flow of life. Moon in fire signs. Reacts to changing experiences with direct action and enthusiasm. Feels comfortable when expressing confidence and strength. Sign position of the moon. How one reacts based on subconscious predisposition. Moon in Aries. Reacts aggressively, impatiently, forcefully, directly, competitively. A need for self-assertion in order to feel emotionally secure and right about oneself. A confident, action-oriented sense of self focused on new experience. Responds to experience and environment with a single-pointed release of energy. Combative qualities can hinder attainment of security. The following information comes from Isabel Hickey's Astrology, a Cosmic Science, copyright 1992 by Isabel M. Hickey Trust. Moon in Aries. Aggressive spirit, temper, quick reactions, spontaneous, direct, inclined to impulsive and quick temper. Feelings are keen and intense at the moment. Courage, but foolhardiness. Hides a sense of insecurity behind an independence and an aggressive exterior. Poor judgment. Jumps into action from feelings rather than from reason. Makes friends quickly, but often finds it difficult to keep them because of emotional instability. In a male chart, attracts a dominating woman as a partner. Sun-Moon Alchemy. The elemental combinations of the sun sign and the moon sign. The following information comes from Charles and Susie Harvey's Sun Sign Moon Sign. Copyright Charles and Susie Harvey, 1994, again in 2003. First published by Aquarian, 1994. Each sun-moon type is a combination of elements. In the following descriptions of the element combinations, please remember that the pairing can be either way around. For example, a fire-earth combination refers equally to sun-fire, moon-earth, as it does to sun-earth, moon-fire. There will be subtle differences, but the dynamic is generally the same. The fire-air type is a real live wire, full of exciting ideas and able to communicate them with tremendous zeal, which impresses and persuades everyone around them. If taken to the extreme, this makes this individual full of bluster and bombast, long-winded and prone to be carried away by his own rhetoric and eloquence. Others may also be carried away, as he tends to have lots of joie de vivre, cleverness, and charisma. Noel Coward, Sun in Sagittarius, Moon in Gemini, expresses the wit and impatience of this combination well. I write at high speed because boredom is bad for my health. Indeed, boredom is something this type usually shuns and can avoid because they think and live at such a fast pace. If the sun is in air and the moon is in fire, the effect is rather like that of a hot air balloon, a beautiful way to travel that takes you way up into the giddy heights. So likewise, this type tends to be a utopian idealist, seeing ever more distant sunny shores to which the human race may travel, loftier vistas and wider horizons. Alternatively, if this type gets on a high horse, they can be very moralistic, quote unquote knowing exactly what is good for us. Shadow side. This type is a potential visionary, but visionaries need earthiness in order to bring ideas to fruition. The fire-air individual can be impractical and may exhaust himself with his intense sociability and the generation of stimulating ideas and new risks. If he remains in the realm of impersonal possibilities, he becomes cut off from body and the more mundane but essential needs of human life. And without emotional vulnerability, they miss out on real intimacy. Relationships. Fire-air types are so mentally active and gregarious, so keen to understand and to share their understanding, that they rarely play the role of the loner in the crowd. Their interests drive them on, and when they get to their destination, they meet and strike up conversations and relationships with other interesting mavericks. In a relationship, they need intellectual rapport and plenty of freedom to pursue their own interests. They may often be out of touch with their feelings and emotional needs, and an earth-water type can help remind them that they are, in fact, human. There is a kind of restlessness, eternal youthfulness about the fire-air type. They may often be out of touch with their feelings and emotional needs, and an earth-water type can help remind them that they are, in fact, human, earth and water being the opposite of air and fire. There's a kind of restless, eternal youthfulness about the fire-air type, which is very appealing, but without the challenges of serious relationship, they can remain somewhat emotionally immature and superficial. Male versus female. The extroverted, enthusiastic, and argumentative qualities of this type are applauded in males, whilst females of this type tend to be seen as masculine and intimidating. Female fire-air types tend not to settle for traditional roles that limit their potential and are therefore often at the cutting edge of social change. Both males and females of this type lead pacey lives to some extent, and can often live by their wits and land themselves at opportunity's doorstep with the greatest of ease. The following observations about your Sun-Moon combination are drawn from insights gained from astrologer Jefferson Anderson's book, Sun Sign, Moon Sign, an observation of many different individuals. The writing itself comes from Mantak Chia and William U. Wei's Cosmic Astrology. Copyright 2012 by North Star Trust, published by Destiny Books. Sun in Gemini, Moon in Aries. Reckless abandon. When something comes your way, you discern an opportunity or a benefit and grasp it. You enjoy multitasking because your mind is always in a spin and you do not like being idle. Most people would be exhausted just relaxing in your fashion. Your personality demands stimulation and exploration, and you are drawn to it. It is not beyond you to stir up some trouble if things are not hectic enough for you. Your world is an endless source of things you are terrifically interested in, but you put yourself first. An excitable, savvy, and nervous person is what you find in a Gemini. Energy is what the Aries mixes in, along with quick thinking and a combative spirit. Organized confusion is the result of the combination. Gemini Aries people are great at acquiring information fast, but they frequently forget about it just as fast. Your memory is not the best, although you are intelligent and insightful. Maybe this is why you have a behavior pattern that is repetitious, repeating the same things again and again. Gemini Aries' main assets are good comprehension, versatility, and speed. Getting what you want is a priority, and you expect double payment for what you give. For some reason, you find yourself in nerve-wracking situations, and this is hard for an excitable person like you. Social activities and athletics are outlets for your skittish personality. You make even big decisions like marriage or your future quickly because of your speedy thought process. Disaster can frequently result with your speedy decision making. When you are asked to listen to a viewpoint not your own, you generally are not interested. You are, however, well spoken and passionate about your own ideas, which, by the way, change frequently. Instant satisfaction and impulse do not always work, and you need to learn this. Patience would help a lot in getting what you desire. It would also be good to limit your numerous interests and activities to a reasonable extent. The communication profession is a good choice, or even being a detective or critic is also possible because of your excellent perception. You come up with original solutions, and this makes you a good problem solver. A big issue is your ability to cope with stress. A quick word from Charles and Susie Harvey's Sun Sign Moon Sign. Gemini Sun with Aries Moon, your greatest strengths. Fresh, alert mind. Enthusiasm and spontaneity. Zest and vitality. Moral and intellectual courage. Gift for language and powers of persuasion. Your greatest weaknesses: egotism, monopolizing conversation, impatience with lesser minds, insensitivity to feelings of others, partiality, tendency to ride roughshod over others. Images for integration. A nimble-footed street fighter dodges his way to victory over all comers. The eternal freshness of a constable landscape.